The wait is over. The automotive world holds its breath as Matt Armstrong, the YouTube legend, attempts to become only the third entity ever to accomplish what Bugatti claims can only be done in 2 places on Earth. The impossible rebuild begins now. Mate Rimac was crystal clear in his response video about why Matt shouldn't, separate the Chiron. Only 2 facilities worldwide. Special equipment. Specially trained technicians. That was Bugatti's official position, their line in the sand. Matt's response was simple and defiant. No special tools. No special training. No factory support. Just Matt, his father Tony, and FXG's cameraman, working out of a garage at Black Horse Performance. The entire premise of Bugatti's refusal to support this rebuild rested on one claim, that independent garages lack the capability to properly disassemble a Chiron. If Matt pulls this off, that argument doesn't just weaken, it collapses completely. Tony's response to the challenge was immediate and unwavering. That philosophy, whatever a man assembled, another man can disassemble, would guide them through the entire process. It's a principle as old as engineering itself, yet somehow Bugatti had convinced the world it didn't apply to the Chiron. Matt's first obstacle wasn't mechanical, it was informational. Without any factory service manual or technical documentation, he had to reverse engineer the entire disassembly sequence.
How we're going to separate the car in half. Engine out the back, tub out the front. We're just going to have to attack it and start undoing bolts. But I think the first step is to get the side skirts off. Side skirts off first.
It was an educated guess based on logic and experience with high-performance vehicles. Sometimes, the most sophisticated engineering still follows intuitive principles. Matt started at the bottom, removing bolts methodically. He unclipped trim pieces held with a combination of clips and double-sided tape. FXG's cameraman got involved, spotting hidden bolts that Matt initially missed. This became a pattern. Every time they removed a panel, more bolts were revealed underneath, like a carefully designed puzzle. The door seals came out, revealing additional mounting points. 2 more bolts held a carbon fiber piece in place. Another hidden bolt secured the trim. The discovery process was part archaeology, part mechanical intuition. Then came a revelation. Unlike conventional cars where quarter panels are welded or bonded permanently to the monocoque, the Chiron's entire rear quarter section is simply bolted on. This wasn't a design flaw. It was intentional serviceability hidden beneath a veneer of exclusivity. Matt accessed the bolts from inside the car, reaching through the interior to undo fasteners that most people would never know existed. It's actually pretty clever design, Matt observed. And really, in my head, undoing and taking apart stuff doesn't really take too much skill, which is why it's worrying me that Mate Rimac told us it takes specially trained mechanics to get this car apart. The implication hung in the air. If this is so straightforward, why the mystique? After removing every bolt they could find, Matt and Tony tested whether the quarter panel would lift free. It did. The entire side of the Chiron came off as one massive carbon fiber assembly. Matt and his dad carefully carried it away and set it aside. With both rear quarters removed, the separation point between the front monocoque and rear subframe became fully visible for the first time. This was the moment of truth. The point where Bugatti's engineering philosophy would either vindicate or contradict their claims of impossibility. Matt removed the rear bumper assembly next. The entire unit, including the diffuser and tail lights, came off together as one integrated piece. The diffuser, the same one Alex famously stood on during the original crash inspection, was built from solid carbon fiber structural material. That's why the diffuser could hold when Alex stepped on it and then stood on the wing, Matt explained. That's a full carbon fiber structure. That is world strong. The rear wing required 4 Allen bolts and a couple of T30 Torx fasteners. The engine cover was held on with just 2 bolts accessed through a removable grille. Everything was coming apart methodically, logically, predictably. With each component removed, the same pattern emerged: sophisticated materials, precision engineering, but fundamentally conventional assembly methods. There were no secret factory-only fasteners, no proprietary tools required, no magical knowledge needed. With the external bodywork removed, Matt could finally see the actual structural connection between the monocoque and rear subframe. From Bugatti's own factory assembly footage, he knew what to look for. 14 titanium bolts ensure that the front and rear sections are joined firmly together. 14 titanium bolts. That was the entire structural connection holding a 1,600 horsepower W16 engine to the passenger compartment. Not hundreds. Not a complex bonded joint requiring specialized equipment. 14 bolts. Matt could identify 8 of them immediately, but 6 were still hidden behind the airboxes. Those had to come out next. Even the airboxes were complete carbon fiber construction. Lightweight, functional art. The bolts holding them looked like they came from a Swiss watch, precision machined, beautifully finished, and speaking to the craftsmanship Bugatti is famous for. But here's the thing about precision engineering. It's designed to exact tolerances, which means it's designed to be repeatable. If it can be assembled precisely, it can be disassembled precisely. With the airboxes removed, more of the 14 structural bolts became visible. But before Matt could remove any of them, everything connecting the front and rear sections had to be disconnected: electrical systems, hydraulic lines, cooling circuits, fuel lines. This was the point Bugatti claimed would be insurmountable. This is where Bugatti's narrative was supposed to dominate, where complexity would crush any independent attempt, where the lack of special training and equipment would bring everything to a halt. Yet what unfolded told a completely different story. Once the car's power systems were isolated, disassembly wasn't resisted. It was guided. Not disorder, not confusion, but layered systems engineered to be separated in a logical sequence. The connections between front and rear were purposeful, routed, grouped, and organized with intention. Wires didn't tangle into chaos. Hydraulic lines and coolant channels separated without drama. Fuel lines disconnected cleanly. Every system moved in order, methodically, as if designed to be understood by someone who respected the engineering. The justification Bugatti gave for exclusivity, only 2 facilities worldwide, started to unravel with every connection Matt separated. They had refused parts, denied technical support, and claimed independent garages lacked capability. Yet every fastener removed, every cable threaded, every fluid line captured exposed a fundamental truth: the car can be serviced. It was never meant to be untouchable. The 14 structural bolts, once positioned as an insurmountable barrier, now came into view one by one. 14 titanium fasteners, strong, precise, but not unreachable. One by one, Matt unscrewed them. The rear subframe began to move. Nothing bound. Nothing twisted. No secret factory-only tools were needed. The separation occurred slowly, safely, predictably. Every motion deliberate. Every layer revealed. Every claim of impossibility proven false. The gearbox, once described as untouchable without factory support, was now accessible. The engine sat fully exposed, ready for inspection and repair. Even the airboxes, carbon fiber structural pieces with precision bolts, had been removed without incident. Panels, diffuser, rear wing, subframe, all came off cleanly and logically. The design spoke for itself, telling a story very different from Bugatti's official narrative. Every claim they made about complexity, training, and facility exclusivity fell apart under scrutiny. They had exaggerated the difficulty, refused parts to protect their service monopoly, and implied impossibility where none existed. With the car separated, the damage became fully visible and contained, exactly as engineering theory would predict. The sacrificial structure had done its job during the crash. Critical components remained intact. No catastrophic hidden failures. No surprises. Just good engineering functioning exactly as intended. At this stage, it became crystal clear. This task never required factory permission. It never required secrets or proprietary knowledge. It required patience, method, and respect for the car's design. A normal garage. Standard tools. Careful reasoning. These had accomplished what Bugatti claimed was impossible. The myth of exclusivity had been completely stripped away, bolt by bolt, panel by panel. Now, the narrative shifts entirely, from speculation to evidence, from fear to understanding, from mystery to transparency. The car isn't beyond repair. The impossible wasn't impossible. It was overstated, exaggerated and carefully guarded to protect a business model built on exclusivity and control. But here's the crucial distinction that this rebuild exposes. Control is not the same as capability. Bugatti controlled the narrative, the parts supply, and the service network. But that control didn't reflect the actual technical capability required to service the vehicle. That distinction has now been revealed to the entire world. This isn't just about one YouTuber taking apart one crashed supercar. This is about the right to repair. This is about manufacturer claims of impossibility being used to justify service monopolies. This is about whether complexity should equal exclusivity. The Chiron is undoubtedly a masterpiece of engineering, perhaps the pinnacle of what internal combustion supercars can achieve. Its 1,600 horsepower W16 engine, its carbon fiber monocoque, its titanium fasteners, and its precision assembly all deserve respect and admiration. But none of that engineering requires it to be unrepairable outside factory walls. The rebuild continues now, moving to inspection, realignment, and eventual reassembly. Every system has been isolated, every component accounted for. Every step has exposed the mechanics, the engineering, and the philosophy behind the Chiron. Bugatti's claims have been challenged. Their narrative was questioned. Their authority scrutinized. And the world is watching as this rebuild unfolds in real time. Subscribe, because what comes next isn't about whether this can be done, we've already proven it can. What comes next is about witnessing the full dismantling of a carefully constructed myth and seeing the truth of engineering shine through. This is about transparency over mystique, capability over exclusivity, understanding over fear. The wait is over. The impossible has become possible. And the automotive world will never look at manufacturer claims of impossible repairs quite the same way again.